Hey everyone, welcome back. Today I'm diving into a fascinating allegory from Galatians 4 verses 21 through 31, the story of Sarah and Hagar. This passage might seem a bit complex, but it's incredibly insightful for understanding the difference between living under the law and living through faith in Christ. Ready? Let's get into it. So Paul begins by reminding the Galatians of Abraham, who had two sons, Ishmael by Hagar the slave woman, and Isaac by Sarah the free woman. Ishmael was born through human effort, Abraham and Sarah's attempt to fulfill God's promise on their own. Isaac, on the other hand, was born through God's miraculous promise. Now Paul uses these two women to represent two covenants. Hagar stands for Mount Sinai and the covenant of the law. This law, though holy, ultimately brings slavery because no one can perfectly follow it. It's like trying to earn God's favor by ticking off a long list of do's and don'ts. This is what Paul refers to as the present Jerusalem, still in bondage. Sarah, however, represents the covenant of grace. Just as Isaac was born through God's promise, we are born anew through faith in Christ's promise. This is the Jerusalem above, a state of freedom and divine inheritance. Paul's point is clear. Those who rely on the law are like Ishmael, slaves to their own efforts. But those who live by faith in Christ are like Isaac, free and children of promise. But wait, there's more. Paul also highlights that those born according to the flesh, the Judaizers, persecuted those born by the Spirit. This still happens today when people insist on legalistic practices for salvation, creating division and judgment within the community. So, what does this mean for us? First, it's a powerful reminder that we cannot earn salvation through our own efforts. Any attempt to do so leads to spiritual slavery. Second, it celebrates the freedom found in Christ. We are liberated from trying to meet an impossible standard, knowing that our righteousness comes from what Jesus has done, not what we do. Third, it helps us distinguish between legalism and true faith. It's easy to fall into the trap of following rules to feel good enough for God. This passage warns us against that. Finally, it reminds us of our spiritual lineage. Our identity as children of promise is not based on ethnic background or religious rituals, but on faith in Christ. In practical terms, embrace the freedom Christ offers. If you feel burdened by religious duties, rest in His finished work. Guard against legalism and share the true gospel with others. Stand firm in the truth of grace and live confidently as a child of promise. Thanks for watching. If this video helped you understand Galatians better, hit that like button and subscribe for more. Remember, you are free in Christ. See you next time.